Now, Storm Tracker 12 weather with Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman.
We've climbed into the triple digits for Grants Pass and Medford. 103 degrees right now in Medford, but it's pretty hot everywhere that's not along the coast. Temperatures mostly in the 90s and some triple digits in our west side valleys. Also tracking some thunderstorms, pretty stormy around the Grass Lake area towards McDowell as well. Seeing some of those thunderstorms developing in the Tennant area. There are a few storms trying to get going as well along the Cascades. Basically anywhere in southern Oregon and northern California will have at least a slight chance of a thunderstorm as we go through this evening. Also tracking the Butler fire. This thing has been very active this afternoon, producing a lot of smoke that's working off to the north and west. We'll likely see some of that elevated smoke in our region, but the biggest air quality impacts will be into western portions of Siskiyou County, closer to where that fire is burning. Expecting to see more smoke production tomorrow as well. Here's a look at tonight. That thunderstorm potential through this evening inland. Storms will fizzle out, especially once we get later in the evening past sunset. Mild tonight, very mild, only 65 in Medford, down to 54 degrees in Klamath Falls. Marine clouds and fog impacting the coast, and those marine clouds will be pretty stubborn in Brookings tomorrow. High of only 59. Still pretty hot inland, just not as hot as today. Up to 97 in Grants Pass, 89 in Mount Shasta, and up to 91 in Klamath Falls. We'll also be tracking the potential for some more thunderstorms tomorrow, so a slight chance of a storm if you're heading to the Rogues game tomorrow evening. 92 degrees at first pitch. It'll be pretty toasty. And then tomorrow, here's where we're expecting that potential for a thunderstorm. A good chunk of southern Oregon and northern California. Best chances in the northern portions of Klamath and Lake County. And that's why we do have a red flag warning in place for the east side tomorrow. Concern that abundant lightning strikes on very dry fuels will spark new fires. And then taking a look at stormcasts, you'll see how those storms fizzle out tonight. Tomorrow, quiet in the morning, but then that potential for some thunderstorms developing in the afternoon and then into the early evening hours. Here's a look at your 3-day forecast in the Rogue Valley. Once we get past that potential tomorrow for a thunderstorm, notice quiet Wednesday and Thursday. Highs a bit more seasonal in the lower 90s, but it's not going to last. The heat is going to build again just in time for this weekend. It is looking rather toasty. We'll even be warming up for the coast later this week. Highs into the 70s, breezy and brighter. Northern California, slight chance of a thunderstorm tomorrow and Wednesday. Sunny skies on Thursday. Look at the heat this weekend. The Basin will also be seeing those temperatures soaring into this weekend. Up in the Cascades, a potential for a thunderstorm tomorrow, dry on Wednesday. And then in the Rogue Valley, look at those triple digits arriving this weekend.